Good morning and welcome to our Memorial Day Garden of Honor ceremony. I am Mayor Doug Thompson. Thank you for tuning in and watching this ceremony. Each year we host a salute to the Veterans Breakfast, Memorial Day Parade, and a commemoration ceremony here at the Garden. This year, as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, we are not permitted to host such events. Today I am joined by my fellow committee people, Deputy Mayor Sean Lepani, Committeeman Frank Delcourt, Committeewoman Gloria McCauley, Committeewoman Olivia Holmes, and our Grand Marshal Tom Salili Jr. At this time, if you are able, please rise and join Deputy Mayor and Veterans Liaison Sean Lepani in the salute to the flag.
Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. This is one of those moments that as your mayor, I am truly honored and humbled to stand here and honor our war dead. Despite not being able to assemble together today, we felt it was important to hold a brief ceremony in honor of our servicemen and women. It gives me, the Township Committee, and our Hillsborough community a tremendous sense of pride to show our respect to all of you, our veterans. Thank you for your service to our great nation. Memorial Day is a national holiday in which we honor our war dead and remember those sacrifices to our nation. Coming up this weekend, we recognize that Memorial Day is a solemn day where we commemorate and honor those who gave their lives in defense of our nation. It is those for whom we mourn and those that we remember this weekend. Those patriots who fought valiantly and selflessly, giving above all of themselves for our great nation. Over the coming days in America's cities and towns, flags will be placed on graves and cemeteries. This year, the events that usually mark this weekend will be held like this and then telecast for all to view. However, it does not lessen in any way the significance of honoring the sacrifice and the value of those servicemen and women whose memory we honor as we gather in solemn remembrance. Our words will never repay the debt we owe these men and women. Our first obligation to them and ourselves is plain enough. The United States and the freedom for which it stands, the freedom for which some paid the ultimate sacrifice, and others endured many hardships, and their lives remind us that freedom is not truly free. We commemorate those who are willing to answer the call of duty and serve our country. I have to think that many servicemen and women have the same thought that our 36th President, Lyndon Baines Johnson, had when he said, "I'd rather give my life than be afraid to give it." On Monday, we ask everyone to observe a moment of silence at 3 p.m. as a remembrance of our fallen heroes. It is those souls that we honor this weekend, those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice on the altar of freedom. It is they who we are grateful for today and every day. Our nation, the United States of America, the greatest nation to ever grace this earth, is a beacon of enduring freedom because of them. I thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Grand Marshal, Tom Salili Jr., who will share a few remarks. Tom?
Thank you, Mayor Thompson, Deputy Mayor Lepani, and the remainder of our Township Committee. Our nation observes a sacred day on Memorial Day. All veterans are aware of the reason why Memorial Day must be commemorated. That is the day when Americans should take a moment to remember all those who have died in uniform while serving our great nation. Do most non-veterans really recognize the importance of the day honoring their fellow Americans killed in war? Far too often, the nation as a whole takes for granted the freedoms all Americans enjoy. Those freedoms were paid for with the lives of others few of us actually knew. That's why they are all collectively remembered on one special day, Memorial Day. When the Hillsborough Township Committee asked me to assume the role of Grand Marshal of the Memorial Day activities, I was humbled by the honor. Today, I stand before you representing all of my fellow veterans in the township. That is an honor I do not take lightly. As the commander of Hillsborough Memorial VFW Post 8371, an organization comprised of war veterans, I feel an obligation to illustrate why this day is important. Standing here in the Garden of Honor, surrounded by monuments erected to memorialize veterans of most wars, we preserve their memory and thus their service and sacrifice in the memories of future generations. The men and women who have died while serving in the United States military fought for all of us. They took an oath, as all military veterans do, to defend the United States Constitution with their lives. And that's exactly what they did. They came from all walks of life in many regions of the country, but they all had one thing in common: love of and loyalty to our country. May they rest in peace.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Veteran Salili, for your comments, and we look forward to 2021 when you can lead our parade as our Grand Marshal. Once again, thank you to all our veterans, and may God forever bless the United States of America. At this time, I ask Committeewoman Gloria McCauley to join me as we lay a wreath in solemn remembrance while bugler Stephen Mondoro plays taps.